you bring this furniture with you?
No. They had that here.
Plus, this live video is starting.
Right
She's
now.
Like, yep.
Sorry.
Hello, everyone.
I thought it was frozen. I was checking to see if it was frozen, and it started. So, hey y'all, I'm back. Creekside day 4.
40.
Yes, 47. And I have in here in studio with me.
It's okay.
I have in the studio with me Phillips and Banks.
Hello.
Yay! How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
It's been a good week.
It has been a good week.
It took me a minute to recover from, playing for the Barber family. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm
I love
still mortified.
Oh, you
said-
get so good, Tonja.
I don't know the Nashville number system, and James is up there going 1,
Yeah,
5,
I
4. I'm like, I need letters.
A through G, something.
I know, and then there was that funky, like it wasn't just the F, B flat, C, then he's like B, D, and I was like,
I felt so. Oh, Stephanie was solid, man. She was.
She was.
That's all they had was a baseline. I
I
thought,
looked at her, I said, can you throw me some notes? And she went,
Yeah.
and that's the only note I got. So, and literally, that picture that Rhonda, my mom has been calling Vonda Rhonda all week, and now I'm calling her Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Literally, the picture that Vonda just posted on our little chat that said caption this. When I had my head down like that, I was literally thinking, I just got fired from a piano job, and I've been hired to hold a microphone. And that's exactly what I was thinking, but in fun,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So.
But you're such a good sport about
Well,
those things. It's just whatever.
I was like, I'm mortified.
No.
So then I just pretended like I was playing.
That's what I would do.
I didn't even push
For
the
sure.
keys down.
I've done that so
definitely
many
do that.
times.
Or just act like you're crying, like if you were.
I know.
That's what my
Put your hand
family.
down. Put your hand up.
I have an aunt. I'm not going to name her name, but one time they were in concert and a fly landed on his nose in the middle of the song. Now my Pentecostal aunt, who closes her eyes and sings, she's rocking the house. Nobody else can get to him, so he's over there going. And my aunt, she said I played it off like I was crying. She said I was dying.
Oh my gosh. That
The
is
church was going
hilarious.
crazy. They thought they was in the spirit, brother.
Lord,
Well, that fly stirred some stuff up that day.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
it?
Like
Mississippi
Mississippi
squirrel.
I know. Goodness sakes. My I'm gonna tell you this little story and then we'll get into some information about you guys. But my dad used to be in a gospel quartet, and they played a lot of Pentecostal churches.
Oh yeah, man.
Who doesn't love to play Pentecostal
Amen.
church? So he said they were singing one night, and they had people up around the altar and stuff, in spirit and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And there was this one gentleman in front of him, and he got to talking in tongues and all that kind of stuff, and his false teeth started coming out of his mouth. And their tenor singer, his name was Alex Brown. He just reached up real quick and shoved them back in his mouth and kept right on singing.
You're lying.
No, I am not lying. My daddy's out there, he'll tell you.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And then my mom, back in the day, they wore these little, like, they call it the bump now. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
could put under your hair to give you a bump, but it was actual hair attachment.
Mhm.
And this one lady got to swaying in spirit behind my mama and knocked my mama's flip over the top of her head. Oh my! I said, y'all need to write a book. So, anyway, what's going on with you guys?
We're crazy.
You fit right in.
No, we're doing well. I mean, everything. We've had a great fall so far, and we're really excited about Christmas this year. We're doing a big Christmas tour, and so we're excited about that. Got a lot of dates for that lined up, and things are going really well. We're recording a new record.
Nice.
We're gonna do some old hymns and a couple acapellas, and
That'd be beautiful with your harmony.
we love acapella.
Oh, isn't it just moving?
We love it.
Yeah.
And so we've got some good arrangements for that stuff. We've already done our tracking. We're going back at the end of November doing our vocals, and hopefully that'll be out maybe by the first of the year.
I just said early spring.
Early
I doubt
spring.
that, yeah.
We'll say early.
Where do y'all record?
Well, Matthew Browder's been doing our producing,
Oh, love him.
and we recorded our tracks down in Brentwood, Tennessee.
Yeah,
near
you're down, that's
Nashville.
down. That's like 25 minutes from where I live.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
So we were at
Tonja.
Sunset Boulevard with Steve Dady,
Mhm.
and then we'll do our vocals at Blackbird, and then
That's in Franklin, or is that in Brentwood?
I think that's in
I believe that's
Nashville.
in
Nashville. Okay,
Nashville,
okay.
yeah.
I'm
And-
thinking of Black Horse. Okay, go ahead.
And then
Dark Horse.
I don't know what they do from there. They just
They-
he
they-
takes it and sends
Yeah.
it all over the
Gets
place.
it.
You know,
Yeah,
They-
awesome.
they fix it all up for us. You know.
Blackbird, isn't that Martina's studio?
Mhm.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
of course-
we love recording there.
Yeah, and then John Darren Rousey's help. He's doing our
He's the best.
vocal producer. That man is he's just
Amazing.
phenomenal. He treats you just
He's like you. He's one of those people nobody likes because they can do everything.
he
Yeah,
is
honestly,
very.
yeah.
He's
I've been-
ridiculous.
I've been called bitter today, and
You're the one who brought it up.
well, yeah, but I mean,
Look,
He's not
So-
over it.
when I'm not doing this or singing or whatever, I paint and I do jewelry and I do all that kind of stuff. Fun stuff to keep that artistic side of my brain
Absolutely.
running. People are like, "Is there anything you can't do?" I said, "Yeah." They go, "What?" I said, "I can't make no money."
me.
There you go.
That is, golly, it's like
So,
yeah.
but sorry, didn't
I
mean
feel
that.
that on a
I
spiritual
don't think
level.
you're bitter. I don't think you're bitter.
Thank you.
You're very blessed to have somebody so.
Hey, I'm happy to have him.
Well-rounded
I'm
in your
glad
group.
that.
Well,
That's right,
the
over
secret to all that is, yes, very round.
it.
But I
In your head.
tell people all the time, I'm like, the only reason why I sing the notes that I sing is because of these. I don't read music. I don't.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them helping with these parts,
Right.
I mean, I think it's crazy how each one of us have a strength.
Yeah.
And there are things that they can do I don't want to do, first of all.
Right.
Like Jacob being on the phone all day. I do good to call my wife.
Yeah.
Or even answer the phone when she
Yes,
calls.
I hate talking on the phone.
But we each have a skill set. You know what I mean? And it's so funny how each one complements. So I don't have to worry about those things. I can just, get on stage. Here's what you do. This is your
Yeah.
job, and it all works together.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about it. So
Yeah, you all work
That's
together
true.
really well vocally.
Way to bring that around, Katie.
you can pay me later. But I'm just,
Where's that
So,
$7
so
again?
I kind of know this, but in case there's somebody watching that's not familiar with you guys or somebody that's going to watch later, how long have y'all been Phillips and Banks? I mean, how long has this been an establishment?
We just, you know how Facebook reminds you of everything.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But so I think it was 4 years yesterday when
Oh,
we first.
yeah, man,
Nice.
that's cool.
So when I met you 2 years ago here, were y'all here at last Creekside?
Mm-hmm.
At the last actual, so didn't have.
2019.
Yeah,
2019.
so 2019.
Yeah.
Y'all had only been together for 2
Just a
years.
couple years.
Oh wow. Okay.
We've known each other longer than that. And we've sung in different capacities. I guess we used to work at a performing arts theater, and so
Nice.
we'd sung with each other, probably in different arrangements
Right.
of different things, maybe for quite a long time actually, but not doing what we do now.
Right. Well, I mean, I follow you guys on Facebook and stuff, and it seems like y'all are doing really good. Like,
Well, it's keeping us busy.
absolutely,
yeah,
that's
he's good too.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, let's talk about the most important person in the room, which is Olivia.
yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Now, which one is Mom and Dad?
And she's ours. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but she's like
So
she
they're
belongs to all four of us.
She is absolutely adorable and the sweetest thing. She
She's
really
pretty cool.
is.
She's really cool.
And very polite.
Totally ignoring
Well,
her.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you said
I'm
that.
glad
Yeah,
you said
very
that. That
polite.
makes me
Yeah.
feel good.
She was she didn't say a lot to me, but what she said was very,
She's
Very-
kind of quiet until she warms up to you, and then
yeah.
you know
You're
she's-
running away from
Can't
her.
get her stuff talking.
You're like, leave me alone, kid.
She's
Can't we
awesome.
sit
man.
in silence?
She,
Yeah.
this new project that we're working on, I'm really proud of her. She got saved last December,
Mm.
and so we're coming up on a year of her salvation experience, and we're really proud of her. As far as that goes, and then she came to me, wanted to write a song, so we wrote her a little
Nice.
song.
Aw,
Um,
Olivia.
That's
Yeah.
came with her
awesome.
notes. I mean, she really
She really was
she,
prepared.
she wrote down everything that that she was thinking, all her thoughts about this, and you're organized. And
So that's going to go on the new record.
Oh, yeah.
We're really excited about that. Yeah.
Way to go, girl.
Yeah.
And how old is she?
She'll be 8
In a
next
week
week.
And a half.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday.
I'm interested to see how it's going to go vocally because the last time she just sang like the first verse of Away in the Manger, and the rest of us were destroyed crying.
That was
Aw.
So
Yeah.
that was her
maybe
first.
she should go last.
Yeah.
yeah, so we can make it the rest of the time.
That was her first recording experience. We did a Christmas record. She did Away in the Manger on it, and it was really sweet. But
Oh, but here we were crying, just and she's like, "Can we go play now?" She got the.
Are we going to just jump after this? Oh, great.
But having a kid on the road really makes for an interesting dynamic
yeah.
because
It's so much fun,
she's a lot of fun. She, cheers you up if you're down, and cheers you down if you're up. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, but she.
Knocks those legs right out from underneath you.
No, she really does. She's good for all of us, I think, and
Yeah.
it takes all 4 of us
Yeah.
to raise a kid on the road, honestly. And they are just as important in her life as anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, Autumn's been in her life since the day she was born,
Day one, baby.
and she's just really close to all of us. So
That's
it's
good. That's good.
So yeah.
She's like, are
She's
you
like,
done
y'all,
talking
would y'all
about
please
it?"
quit talking about me now?
Oh gosh.
So I've been asking people that come through here. I debate on whether I want to ask a silly question or a serious question.
You could do both because we're probably gonna be silly either way.
Okay, well I'm gonna start with the serious, and then we'll see what happens after that. So, at the end of your earthly journey, and it's your home, home, what would you hope that someone would say about you and your life at your funeral, or your celebration of life, or your whatever you want to call it?
It's loaded, isn't it?
There's no right or wrong. I'm just,
Right.
everybody says something different. So,
I think everybody should, first of all, ask themselves that question because
That's how you live.
it really brings perspective to your life and how you live every day.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times, in my personal life, I don't know about you guys, but in my personal life, I'm so focused on the ministry a lot of times, and I'm kind of in charge of the booking and making sure, people we're taking care, just like
Right.
the little details of everyday life in the
Yeah.
ministry and stuff. And I think sometimes you can get so lost in your day-to-day life that you lose the perspective of your whole life, and you get busy and you keep, you're just keeping your head down, trying to move forward. And so I try to remind myself to be in the moment, and that's a lot easier said than done.
yeah, it is.
And so like everybody that I come into contact with, I want to see that person, just for who they are and why God's placed them in my life at just the right time, at just that moment. How can I minister to this person? How can I show that person the Lord? Because if you're not careful, you get too busy and you get lost in all the other stuff. And, I'm still a work in progress, and I'm not perfect at it by any means, but I really, at the end of my life, I would love for people to say, he took time for people, he loved people, and he loved his Lord.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too busy that I miss out on.
Yeah, you don't want
folks.
people to say, I can't tell you much about him because he was always too busy to find out.
Right.
You don't want that.
That's it.
So, what about you?
Me, I hope that I've always felt like it was the Lord's call in my life to not just do what we do, minister, but I think that's why I'm such a very, like, I love to hug people, even if it doesn't seem like the correct time to do it. Even when I was in high school, I remember one day I saw some girl, I don't even know her name. I couldn't tell you who she was to this day, but I just remember seeing her just crying. I don't know what it was about, but I just walked over and hugged her, and she said, "Thank you." And I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought, that's what I want to do, Lord. I want to do that with my life. And so to me, that's I hope that's what people remember me for is I want to love people. I want people to know, just like Jesus. I think about how much He loves us. And I know I can't say I've ever physically had a hug from the Lord, but I've definitely felt His presence, and I felt that like knowing He was there with me. And so I feel like if we can be the hands and feet, if I can be those arms, that I know that's strange and that's a stretch, but if somebody felt like the Lord was using me to hug them, it's something simple, but I want to see that. I want people to feel that. I want people to feel joy, and all those things. And so I wouldn't mind if my head song just said he was a goof, but he loved Jesus and he showed. I think that's an honor,
He wasn't a tree hugger. He was
Yeah.
a people hugger.
I mean, I'll hug a tree if nobody else does.
I mean, if it's sad, you give it a hug.
Look at that tree at
Yeah.
Weeping Willow. Come here.
Tell me all about it.
Lord Jesus, help us.
Yes, help us all. So, what about you?
I hope that I can show in my life that I'm always trying to listen to the Lord
Yeah,
and obey Him.
yeah.
That I was obedient to what He asked me to do, no matter how stupid it looked or how good or bad it looked, whatever it is. Just that truly tried to listen to the Lord and obey Him when He asked me to do whatever it is, whatever it looked like.
Awesome. I know you don't want to talk, but what about you?
It's okay. I think I want to tack on to a little bit of what Caleb said. I grew up not feeling very important, and so I think, other than the fact that I would hope that somebody said that they could tell that I love the Lord, and that I tried to follow Him and listen to Him. I really want to hope that I make people who aren't important in the eyes of the world feel important.
That's awesome.
And feel like they have meaning, like a purpose.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people that I think get looked past and brushed over, and I hope that I'm gonna cry.
That's okay, girl.
I hope that I don't do that to people. And I am not a people person, like it's hard for me to interact and not get nervous, but I really, I just want to make people feel important, that they matter.
That's a good thing for somebody to say.
That's cool.
Yeah. I have a friend who's a songwriter in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and he wrote a song called Somebody Who Would Die for You. And it talks about, the first verse talks about this homeless guy sitting outside of the gas station, sitting on the sidewalk, and how we rush past him and ignore him.
Yeah.
But he was a veteran. He was somebody that fought for us, and the line is, when you look at him, you're looking at someone who would die for you, because he did.
Right.
And when you said that, that made me think of that.
That's
You
good.
know, you want to be something to somebody that somebody else would just rush past in a hurry.
She showed me that song. It kind of made me think when she was sharing about that First Church of Mercy, the sound's been
Sound.
doing.
It's a good song.
And I mean, that's just, I think that is such an incredible depiction of like how we should be, how the Lord would want us to be. Sit right up here, man, on the front row,
Yeah.
And so has anybody recorded that song you're talking about? I'd like to hear that.
No.
Oh man, that's a
I'll
great.
send you a copy of it. I mean, he has, the songwriter,
Right.
but he's got his version
Please
of it.
send.
So.
I mean, I just songs like that are just.
Of course, he turns
That's
around
right.
at the end and he's talking about Jesus.
Right,
Somebody
absolutely.
who would die for you.
Yeah.
It's
That's cool.
Wow,
That
that's
sounds good.
so yeah, I'll send it to you and let you listen to it. So how can these folks find you guys? I mean, I tagged you in this so they can. I've told everybody this all day. You don't even have to type anything. You can just click on the link. I can't make it any easier for you. But if there's any other way for them to get in touch with you guys, do you have a website?
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
give them all that stuff.
All right. So, first of all, you can visit phillipsandbanks.com. You can find our complete schedule on there. We would love for you to come out and see us. Just give us a try. Come out and see us. We'd love we'd love to see you sometime. And then you can, of course, we have social media pages. We've got the Facebook page. We've got the Instagram page, and so we'd love for you to come out. And you can actually order our CDs off of the Facebook shop page on our Facebook page. So we'd love for you to do that. And then let's see. I guess that's really about it. We got phone numbers, all that stuff's on the website. So
email address.
All that.
Well, I will say this. So my parents have been here all week. This is their second year at Creekside, and my dad he just doesn't buy music. He just because he's always listening to me, or just listening to the gospel station down home where they're at. He actually went and bought one of their CDs this morning. So that's saying a lot.
I think I know
awesome.
who he is because
he to me. I was back there.
He came up to the table. He's like, "Well, you made me buy a CD," and I was like,
"It was your song, actually."
Okay,
so
so I know.
Heaven,
Yeah, Heaven in Your Heart.
That was my dad. Yeah, he said, "Went and bought a CD." I'm proud of you, Daddy.
That's
so
awesome.
That should.
It's an honor.
It probably isn't a big deal to y'all, but
No,
it's a big deal because
any of those things. I don't know. I think that's probably one of the coolest parts of our journey is when people come up to you. I love to see people get blessed, but when they share what's going on in their life,
yes,
and that song was on time,
yes, it's like glory bumps all over,
Yeah, like this lady shared with us yesterday, and we've been to their church in Pennsylvania, and she came up to us after we, sang Heaven in Your Heart, and she said, "I lost my mom and dad, both of them this year, just a few months apart," and I was like. She said, "I'm coming to buy that CD." I said, "No, you ain't." I said, "I'm just giving you this."
Yeah.
But it's stories like that just, I think, God, thank you. Your timing is perfect on this.
Yeah.
You remember when you said, you can't make any money?
Yeah.
And I said, that's me. That's why we can't make any money, because Caleb gives away all our products. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I was getting ready to say.
I'm kidding.
I was going to follow it up with. I had a lady come and look at a paint, and she said, "I don't have any cash. All I've got a car." I said, "I don't think I have any cash, but I got a card." I said, "If you ain't got no cash, don't worry about it. Just take it."
Yeah.
Me. Right. So, anyway, guys, thank you for being in here.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Are y'all singing tonight?
One song.
Yay! Good. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll see you after a while with some more interviews.
Bye-bye.
Cool. That was awesome.